welcome back to Ellaful Deco. Today we are doing a flower drying video. We are going to be drying some wildflowers that I got from the farmer's market this past weekend. And I had already dried it, so I don't have the bouquet to show you right now, but you'll see it when I start drying it. And if you have watched our previous video, flower drying video, we dried some roses in silica gel, and we are using silica gel again. This one is a different brand of silica, but the concept is still the same and they both work the same way. And I do want to note that while the process is the same, all flowers dry differently, and so that's why I want to make this video with different types of flowers to show you what the before and after for different kind of flowers are. Let's get started. Here is the bouquet that we will be working with. We have some zinnias, some black-eyed Susans, and some snapdragons, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong with the flowers. And there are some other fillers as well. This is my first time working with these flowers, so I actually don't know how they will turn out dried. For the drying process, we are using silica gel again, and this is the Activa brand. And this one you can pick up at Michael's or purchase directly on their website. This is the storage container that we will be using to dry the flowers. We're using a smaller one this time because our bouquet is a lot smaller than all the roses that we had last time. So we just place a first layer of silica gel, maybe about an inch in height. Then we'll place our flowers on top of the silica bed and then cover it with more silica. There is something I want to point out regarding the silica gel that we are using in this video compared to the silica gel that we are using in our previous flower drying video. So this one is, you can see more of white and blue, and in our previous flower drying video is more of an orangey color. If you haven't watched the previous drying video, you should watch that afterwards. But as I was saying, I think these silica gels are called color indicating silica gels. So when the silica is recharged and ready to use, it will be a certain color, in this case blue. And when the silica has been used and sucked out the moisture from the flowers, that will change the color of the silica gel, and in this case it changes to, I believe, a white. With that said, silica gel can be reused, and you just recharge it by putting it in the oven. I do about 270 degrees for several hours, and I would go back every hour or so to flip the silica gel around to make sure that my entire batch of silica is getting recharged. And my temperature is 270 degrees Fahrenheit, so if you use Celsius, you can do the conversion. There is a second note that I want to point out. First, I apologize for my face getting into the camera a lot, but I want to take this chance to point out that I am wearing a dust mask when I am doing this because the silica gel is very fine and you don't want to be breathing in the particles. Let's place the rest of these flowers into our container and then we'll cover it up. Now we are ready to cover the flowers with more silica gel. When we do this, we want to make sure that the entire flower is covered, so every now and then, just lightly shake the container to move the silica around and get into the petals of the flowers. In this pack of silica gel, you will actually find written instructions if you need, and behind this instruction sheet is a flower drying time chart. I use this more for reference as a starting point for how long to leave the flowers in the silica gel. I have gotten different results from what is listed on this chart, but if you just want to get an idea of how long to leave your flowers in the silica for, you can just check it at the time listed on this chart, and if your flower has not been dried, just leave it in the silica for longer. Now that all of our flowers are fully covered in the silica gel, we will close up the bin and label it with the type of flowers and date. For these flowers, we will come back in a little over a week and then see the results. These were dried on July 29th, and today is August 7th. So it has been a week and 2 days. So let's see how they turned out. I am just shaking up the bins a little bit to review the flowers because I don't know where I put the flowers. Once I find the flowers, I try to support the entire flower as I take it out in case of broken petals, and the flowers are very fragile. So do be very careful when you do this. You can already see some petals flying off. There is one trick that I have been seeing, but I haven't tried it yet. People will place a tool in the container before they put the silica gel and flowers in. It's the, I guess, kind of like mesh fabric. So that way they will just pick up the tool and the silica gel will fall through the mesh and you will be left with your dried flowers on the tool. Now that I brought that up, I will definitely have to try that for our next video when I find another beautiful bouquet to dry. So here are the flowers that we dried. Not all of them stayed intact, mostly the black-eyed Susans lost the petals. We can attach it back or just use the petals, but everything else looks pretty good. I'm so excited to create with these flowers. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found this flower drawing tutorial helpful and easy to follow. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if there are certain flowers that you want to see dried, let me know down in the comments. And what else do you want to see next? I'll see you next time.